Hi, this is Catcomb1 here, and well, I don't have anywhere near a computer that can play Doom Eternal in spite of the fact that that game releases today. But I thought I'd record a level from the most similarly named Doom WAD I could find in order to mark the occasion, and this WAD is called Eternal Doom and was released way back in 1997, so it doesn't have anything to do with Doom Eternal itself, and it's a rather polarizing WAD, to be honest, that's been rather criticized for the fact that it has a lot of cryptic puzzles, but still there's a lot of massive and beautiful levels in this WAD for 1997 standards as well. And I was debating between a couple different levels to play potentially, but I decided I'll show one of this level's most iconic maps, and that is map 12, the Darkdome. Of course, being 1997, there's no built-in dehack patch to put that name on the auto map, but the name of this level nonetheless is Darkdome, and it is one of the most iconic, if not perhaps the most iconic levels of Eternal Doom. And really, even in 2020, I have very little to complain about it, with one exception, and that one exception, no surprise, is related to puzzles, and it's something I would have probably even had a critique about in 1997. Now, also on a side note, there's actually 3 different skies you can play this WAD with, or any of these levels. There's also a starry space sky, a black starry space sky, and an orange Ultimate Doom Episode 4 sky, but I decided to go with this blue sky because, well, it seems a lot of people on my channel like blue skies, and it's a pretty good looking sky too anyway, as well anyways. And yeah, all that talking is taking away some of my concentration, and I'm getting peppered by hit scanners. And this level is designed by a name you may recognize, Severe Cavono, who is also known as Cranium, and did 4 maps in the master levels for Doom 2. He made 3 levels in Eternal Doom, but this is his most well-known one, and is also, I believe, the last level he ever did for Doom before joining Yatrix Entertainment to work on Redneck Rampage. And it's probably, of all the Doom levels, it probably easily takes the title of the most impressive one he did, if not his most impressive work for any game even. Man, I want the chain gunner down. Got it. It's so high up that the auto aim doesn't catch it sometimes. I know I've given a shout already, but just because this video is a little more relevant, perhaps, I'd like to give a shout to Big Mac Davis again and mention that he did as of Tuesday of this week announce a plan to be live streaming Doom Eternal starting next Thursday, the 26th, and I would recommend this channel very highly if you have any interest at all in Let's Plays, on walkthroughs, on live streams, and certainly if you have interest in seeing some Doom Eternal, be sure to catch him then. He's also a good friend of mine. And I've decided I'm going to restart this level and try not to lose so much health so quickly. I can also save this berserk to be a recharge to my health because I'm not punching anyone right now. But all these hit scanners are taking their toll on me. Even with that berserk, I cannot really. I'm guessing the best thing to do against those chain gunners is just don't stay out in the open because they're very hard to snipe off. I'm guessing Cranium just wants us to stay on the move. It would help if I had some ammo. I can tell already that this level is far from gentle for 1997 standards. So I mentioned that I only have one viable complaint with this level, and it's actually related to these yellow walled switches, which you don't actually need a yellow key to flip, but right now you can't do anything with them. But each time I find one, and I don't usually do this in Doom, I'm going to mark a spot in the auto map, and you'll find out why later on. I'm not entirely blind to this level, but I certainly, every previous time I've played it, have also marked spots on my auto map. I'll take the berserk now. Aside from the chain gunners, I've eliminated the peripheral hit scanners. Okay, what does that switch do? this will descend, I put a mark on this door to keep it open, but unfortunately I don't think Malcolms in Doom keep doors open. Oh, it opens the, so you can get the rocket, so it opens up this secret where I can pick off this imp, and despite the rocket launcher actually being behind this drain wall, I can pick it up by simply running into the wall, which that's quite a cool way to give the rocket launcher if you ask me. Yeah, because that's the only thing back here. Yeah, rockets will be better for these distant chain gunners because even a decent hit of splash damage will kill one. Of course, I still need to be within range, and that's a challenge sometimes. And it seems lost souls like to fall out of the ceiling here. Now the first thing we've got to find in the level progression is the switch to raise the bridge over the moat here. This switch is definitely one of them. I just need to find how to get access to another one. And there doesn't look to be anything else on this side. I think one of these rooms might have had a switch in it besides just the yellow bow coded switch. But no, it doesn't. Oh, this switch right here. How couldn't be any closer to the bridge if it tried. And here I'm on flat surface. I can take out some of those pesky chain gunners with my shotgun. There's still a chain gun on the watchtower who's trying to pick away at me if I get too close. Now we still do not have the main entrance to this castle open yet, so we have to enter in one of the sides. And here is that hole the lost souls were coming from. Not gonna fall down it because I just have to go across the bridge again. And of course I finally have an ammo, but there's a little bit of the surprise to get it. And entering the castle on this side, I reach one of these mysterious yellow walled switches. So there's a marker going here. And I also reach a super shotgun, but a Baron of Hell that is in front of the super shotgun, but reappears behind me as I approach him, trying to get a lead from behind. And that's all there is to do on this side of the castle for now, or the Darkdome if you want to call it. So we'll go to the other side. Since we can't get in the main entrance yet, it's still walled off. Now we can see in the main entrance over here and even pick off a couple of shotgunners if we like. And that imp, because why not? And those chain gunners, because why not? And there's the main entrance door. It's only visible on this side. And notice this X on the wall. You could probably guess it because it's a dead end otherwise, but that is a switch. And that switch exposes the entrance to this castle. But of course it's a heavily guarded entrance. And all those lost souls rushing at me proved to be too much. I don't have the time today at least to try any kind of no save, no death run. Especially of a large and difficult level like this. See, the Baron got a shot at me from underneath. That hurt a lot. And the chain gunner in that keep. That chain gunner is I really cannot stay in the same spot for long because that chain gunner's gonna pick off at me. Except I saw a hint of him from over here, so I got to pick off at him finally. And I can't stay in this castle entrance room for long given the Baron of Hell and all of the lost souls. So yeah, Caverno, aka Cranium, as more of you might know of him as, is his typical mean self when it comes to difficulty. And there's more chain gunners on the overlooks headed into the castle. But I do forget, I did find a secret rocket launcher. So if I can get a rocket to aim upward, I'll kill both of them in one shot. And yes, Hanged Marine, already dead Hanged Marine. Poor Marines. but both of them give you a Hell Knight and a new box of shotgun shells, and they'll still... Oh, duh! That chain gunner's not even high up. That's why he's shooting me so much. He's just hard to see unless you look behind yourself. Probably cost me like 4 deaths just because I wouldn't turn myself around. If I just have turned my bright eyes around, I would have seen him and my body would not have fallen apart. So now we're inside the room we saw from the overlooks, the entry hallway to the castle or the Darkdome. And again, try to attack you with all these lost souls. Oh, and by the way, yes, if anyone's familiar with songs, I'll have to credit Bonnie Tyler for how I phrased things a moment ago. And now when DooM gave this wad a cake, or called this wad in 2003 one of the top 10 wads of 1997, this hallway right here with the cyber demon overlooking was its featured screenshot, which really shows how important this map is to the wad. It's definitely one of the very most classic levels in Eternal Doom. And that's why it was on the short list of levels I was considering playing. And it also sure doesn't lack a challenge, despite the fact that a lot of these levels in this wide are actually not that challenging in the monster category. Oh, there's a chainsaw hidden with that imp. But not a lot of useful melee in this level so far. Oh, you got to watch for the cracked blue glass, because imps hide behind it. And this one looks to have another secret behind it. But, oh, well, the chainsaw took let me take the last of that spectre out. I need more ammo. Well, a lift with the hit scanner at the top isn't something I want to do with only a chainsaw and no bullets. It looks as if these other windows I cannot walk through. Picked up a med kit you really need. You know what I really need? So the ouch vials are actually, I believe, in the fireplaces. And there's a pain elemental, and I can't fight a pain elemental with no ammo. Again, the out vials hidden in the fireplace. Oh! There's some ammo over there. I figured there had to be some ammo I missed, and I just ate a rocket. Don't stay in that hallway for too long. That's probably why I missed the ammo, because I didn't want to stay in that hallway. Now with my shotgun ammo, Pain Elemental gets first priority. Stay away from the fire and stay away from the cyber demon overlooking the hallway. Just because notice there's more fire on the wall up over there too. That likely houses an ouch vial. Oh, and I forgot that rockets, duh. I didn't even need the shotgun shells. Let me see if I can feed this ouch vial. Nope, he looks like he's gonna consume too much ammo that high up. So, in fact, I don't know if the... Oh, there's an ouch vial there too. There's an ouch vial in the fireplace, and there's an ouch vial behind the upper windows. At least where your map shows you something. Like, notice where I'm standing now, there's nothing to the east of me. But here, there is something to the east of me, and that houses an ouch vial in it. Here, there isn't anything to the east of me. And then this side, there's something to the west of me, but you can see there's no monster up there. You can see through it. Same here. This, on the other hand, there's an ouch vial to the west of me, and there's an ouch vial in that fireplace. So I need to deal with this rogue lost soul. And then see if I can put the ouch vial out. And the lovely Arachnoborn means I did. And now I need to not get sniped by the hit scanner up here before I can kill him. Yes, just a matter of luck if I'm low on health. Well, is he in the hallway? If he's right in front of me, that's just bad luck. So this, okay, that just takes me back down the Darkdome. Trying to figure out the logistics of the exact positions of the ouch vials. Believed. Because there's actually not one behind this blue glass here. I think there's only one behind the fiery glass, which would make sense. Fiery walls point to ouch vials. So I was wrong. There's only one. There's only an ouch vial behind this fiery glass. Because behind this blue glass, I'm actually behind that blue glass that I thought had an ouch vial behind it right now. See, I just can't see through it from this side. But this fiery glass definitely does have an out vial behind it. And that makes sense because, well, it's fiery glass. All the other glass is blue. Stay away from the fire. Again, sorry for that sound. That's just mute and unmute my microphone. And that I just had to say something to Dad real quickly, as is normally why I mute and unmute my microphone. And I was just double checking to make sure it is unmuted again. I'm hopping across those platforms to lower this wall that I fell right in front of. And of course, with hit scan after hit scan on 11% health, I need some cover. But I did forget I did put out the fire here so I can have some cover. Otherwise, I'd have hit scanners from this side and an ouch vial if I was standing over here, which would make it a lot harder to deal with. And just when I need it, much needed result, but it's also a trap. The floor falls out from underneath you. And that megasphere shows something I could use. I can't get to the blue key cell yet. Use this as a choke point for the Revenant. Still fire on the hole though, just like I can fire out of it. Just before you got your shot off too, Revenant. Let's ascend this staircase. The stairway to more Revenants. And these ones I'll just dump a couple rockets on. And one shot away I catch a Revenant rocket. I need to just not be hesitant about retreating downstairs. And use my... Well, I don't have a lot of chain gun ammo, so I can't use my chain gun ammo for long. I mean, this is really my fault that I can't take even one Revenant rocket. It's my fault for letting the imps take 68% of my health away when I grabbed that berserk. I shouldn't have tried punching any of them. Or I should have punched only the last couple instead of the first couple when the other ones won't dare to hurt me. But survive that long and I get 50% of that health back. And there's another one of those switches. So I'm gonna put a spot on the map. And at this point it looks like I've come around in a circle. Like, you remember that platforming part. That needs a blue key. Oh, but I remember the floor disappeared from under me. This switch has now opened up and will bring the floor back up. But, of course, I've got to be fast on my timing, because if I bring the floor back, I've got to be fast on my timing, because if I'm not quick enough, the floor will disappear from under me again. And this is not an inviting looking room on the northwest side of the Darkdome. I'm gonna have faith that it'll let me get that mega sphere, and so I don't need to worry about being hurt badly by that Baron. But it looks like I'm gonna run out of ammo, and I must touch this plate and lower everything down, including the megasphere, which is great, and all the rockets, so I have enough ammo to complete this fight with. That was lucky not to get any hits. That opens up this elevator, this lift, where I can go into the external section and hopefully fight that Keiko demon before he runs too far away from me. Let's try this one. I'm on the peripheral of the northwest overlook now. Facing a strict as ever cranium with ammo supplies. And here's another one of those mysterious, for now, switches. And that switch will let me into the cell to pick up the blue skull key. And there's a specter here that I basically didn't see. One jumping gives me yet another new area with 3 barons of hell. This lift that I can take down to reveal a needed megasphere, which of course is booby-trapped to some extent. In fact, it's badly booby-trapped. Swarmed by over half a dozen imps, and another one of those mysterious switches that I'll just put a spot next to. And I really should have just left some of the barons alive in the room with the megasphere, because that would leave me with more ammo now. I've got to just do kind of a jailbreak to get away from them and keep most of my ammo. Like there were 3 barons I didn't kill in that room, and I did with the megasphere, and I could have used the same ammo to kill these 3 barons, which get in my way much more than those ones ever would. And I've made my way back into the grand hall of the castle and open the blue gate. Now it's the hunt for the red key. And it's an easy enough red key to get, but now it brings the cyber demon into play on this side. So I'll grab my plasma rifle and my plasma and leave him be for now, because I can just get out of this room, I believe, once I get him far enough away from me. Just use this lift and hope he doesn't find me by the time the lift rises. And someone teleported out of there. And up where the cyber demon formerly was, which is, he was standing right here. He's another one of those mysterious switches. So, a Malco gets placed there. Notice it's all dark, so I don't see him all so well when he's up there. But with the red key, I can now open the red gate. And I hope some Mancubi teleport in behind me. So thankfully I didn't get surprised. And now that's where the switch to lower the red key was, so we're gonna see Mr. Cyber Demon again if we look. See if he'll kill the Mancubus for me. And that's the yellow gate over there. Yeah, Cyber Demon, you're the gladiator here. I'm afraid to kill you because I want my ammo for other things in case I need it. So this is sort of the room of the elements. Water and fire. No ice though. And a lot of specters. Oh, and just like always in this level, what does fire tell me is gonna show up? Whenever I see orange, whenever I see that orange fiery stuff, I'd better expect to see one. Along with a whole bunch of revenants. And see, if I killed that cyber demon with my plasma and rockets, I wouldn't have had it here. I'd have been stuck with shotgun shells and bullets. So I'll investigate what's up or down. Down, it appears, this lift first. And it's just what I thought it would be, and another Keiko demon flies far outside my view and still manages to get a hit on me. And yep, it's another one of those mysterious switches. So Malco number 7 goes there. That means I found 7 of those switches so far, because I haven't used the Malco anywhere else in this level. Oh, actually, the Malcos begin with the number 0, as you see over here, followed by the number 1 over here, and 2 over here, and so on. So I found 8 of those switches, and I believe there are 8 of those switches in this level, 8 of those mysterious switches. So I believe I'm not going to come across any more of them. I wondered if that glass would break because there was no item next to it. That glass. Or this glass. Oh, yes, I figured it's gonna be a crossfire. Let me get back here so it's not a crossfire. And now we get some green in this primarily gray and brown level. More naturalistic area. Almost like an indoor-outdoor section. 2 ouch vials. Get them fast, because I don't want them resurrecting what's down over here. And that candle must be symboling something. It must be symboling try and make this jump. Yes, because it is a jump that's possible to make. And it's the only way to get to that side and get the med kit and plasma cells there, because the door is locked from this. The door was locked from this direction. And I also caught another one of those mysterious yellow switches. Oh, that's the number 7. This was the number 6. So now I found 8 of them. I don't know why I thought that because see, this one over here was the number 6. Now I've placed a number 7. So now if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do have 8 Malcos placed. I don't know how I could have misread the 6 as a 7 earlier on. Because trust me, at this point I know there aren't any more of them. And you're about to find out why. As well as find out why I placed all the Malcos. So we must flip the switch and this whole room transforms into a giant staircase. There's a bunch of tomatoes waiting on top for us. Now notice in the file here is the yellow key. But of course we can't just walk in. And if I hit this switch here, now notice all these skulls surrounded by the yellow fiery walls. Now here is why I marked those spots, and this is my one criticism of this level because it simply involves a lot of backtracking. In order to actually get the yellow key after tagging this switch, you must backtrack to all 8 of these marked locations, which of course since I have Malcos, I know easily where I needed to backtrack to. But if you were playing in the source port without Malcos, you simply have to remember that on your own, and that's really where my one complaint about this level comes in, because trying to remember it on your own would be annoying. And notice, those switches are now yellow skulls that can be activated, at which point they become the same gray inactive skull that we saw before. And when one of those switches are activated, notice that this switch the switch in this room becomes a yellow skull, which in turn becomes a gray skull when flipped, and it raises the yellow key slightly higher. Obviously we can't get it from here yet. We must find the other 7 switches that are marked. So I guess I'll do a countdown from Malco number 7 back to Malco number 6, which was down this lift over here. And of course it wouldn't be complete without adding in a new monster or 2 each time. And now thankfully you don't actually have to return to where the yellow key is to flip the newly revealed switch every time. So we can simply track right back to Malco number 5. Or whichever Malco we happen to see first, to be honest. But Malco number 5 was behind the blue gate, and that cyber demon disappeared. I hope he didn't go back up to the top where Malco number 5 rests. He did not, and that's good. I know he's still roaming about somewhere, but he wasn't in my way of getting to Malco number 5. Oh. That would have been a nice berserk to have when I was running so low on health at this point earlier. Yeah, you got to check these nooks. They put shotgun shells in one of them, and they put a berserk in another one. Remember, the cyber demon was firing at me when I was first here. Oh, and the cyber demon's been let loose into the main hallway. Now, since I'm near the exit to the castle, I know Malco's 0, and yes, I know it's odd that those are 0 and 1. Well, at least Malco's 0 was on the... Yes, Malco's 0 and 1 I placed before I entered the castle, so I'm going to handle those right now, leaving the castle, which will leave only Malco's 2, 3, and 4 left. It's odd that these fireplaces don't have an ouch vial in them. I guess it's before I saw any ouch vials in this level. Malco number 1 was by exploring this side of the exterior. That was a cheap shot. Yeah, see, that's the hallway with the 3 barons I wish I could have killed instead of the 3 barons in the room with the mega sphere that I ended up killing. And that's the Malco number 1 switch. And of course a new monster shows up. And Malco 0 is back all the way at the very start of the level. Well, we do have a new hit scan though about. Probably several of them, as I guess there is more than one of them. And see, there's a whole party of them around the Malco number 0 switch. So I'll fire some rockets and use this pillow for cover, and the Baron to go with all of it. And this is a Malco number 0 switch. Yes, the order map again goes from 0 to 7, and wow, the Cyber Demon made it all the way out there, and I love the water drain under the bridge. That's a very nice effect. So the water under the bridge, as they say. Now I've got to get back into this castle that the Cyber Demons escaped. This door that's going to be my main point. I think that door's open, and then new revenants show up. There's still no ouch vials in these fireplaces. And now Malco's 2, 3, and 4. Well, all Malco's 2, 3, and 4 were all on the northwest side over here, which is entered through this doorway. That's the cell that had the blue key in it. This is Malco number 3. So I'm left for Malco's number 2 and 4. Something tells me I'm not going to be able to get back here with 3 barons. I'm going to have to kill at least one of them, maybe 2 of them. Oh, I'll try and get by killing at least only one of them. It would have been much better idea to leave the barons in this room alive, because this room, that room with the megasphere, I don't have to return to at all. This is Malco number 4. So I only have I've handled Malco's number 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, leaving only number 2 remaining. And that Spectre actually absorbed some hits. But yes, Baron and Spectre evasion becomes difficult here. That Baron is completely blocking my way out. The other Barons will fight the Spectres, so at least that helps. I've just got to pump my 4 rockets into that Baron and finish him off so I can get out. You see how much trouble, how much misery those 3 barons gave me, and I should have instead, just to demonstrate what I mean by the megasphere room, I should have left the 3 barons in this room to be, because they have a much wider area to lurk around and not be such an immediate battle every time. But what did also open up, thankfully, I didn't want to drop down there. What did also open up, thankfully, is that megasphere. And the one remaining switch, number 2, is right over here, and of course it sandwiches me between Hell Knights. They had to have given me that megasphere for a reason, right? Well, I've got 242 plasma cells. I can handle that Hell Knight trap easily with them. Except, I want to use some chain gun ammo, because I have a feeling for what I might need the plasma cells I've left for. I've now tagged all 8 switches, so I'm going to go back through the red gate and back on my merry way to where the yellow key was. It was actually nice that I got the Megasphere late, because the positives to the upside of that is I have 190 health and 190 ammo. And yes, as you'd expect in a severe map, the fact that I found only 2 out of 4 secrets kind of hurts. Like, let me just examine what the other secrets are without using them, because I didn't legitimately find them. But there's a secret over here with the blue armor in it, and there's been many times I could have needed armor on this level. And secret 4, here, it doesn't show on the map. But I'm guessing it had something good. Let me see if I can look here when I'm not under fire and find secret number 4. Because this is secret number 1 with the rocket launcher, and I found that. This is secret number 2. Actually, both these rooms are secret number 2 with the backs of shotgun shells. I found that. This is secret number 3 with the blue armor. And if I type IDDT44 map, secret number 4 is right over here, in fact. And it's this misaligned texture, but unfortunately, it's this switch here, and it's got a BFG in it. And unfortunately, I didn't find it without a full auto map. If I just continued along a while longer, I probably would have thought I flipped that switch already. So now, it's time to flip all 8 of these yellow skull buttons. Or rather, all 7 remaining ones. I'd already flipped one as a demonstration. And now, I can run jump and grab the yellow key. If I did that any sooner, I'd be able to make the same run jump, but when I fell down to the yellow key, I'd be trapped and die in the fire. And they don't want to die in the fire. But of course, when you see fire, the way out might not be so easy. Or maybe it will be. Maybe all the action was getting to it as opposed to getting back. Yeah, because there's not a lot of monsters left in the level, only 19, and I know I left some behind. So that is the journey to the yellow key, and that's basically half the level there right by itself. Even after you've explored everywhere, you basically re-explore the level to find those switches. Which is, as I said, it's a polarizing aspect. Now in the yellow gate, once we're in the yellow gate, all the plasma is for us, but this cyber demon is going on a dance now. Because all those little red steps are monster teleports. So we've got to play so I'll Now, end of this level is play Dance with the Cyber Demon. Dance the Rockets. And I guess I'll just see if I can make it by without eating another rocket. And I did. Now, I can flip this switch, which reveals another switch behind it that I have to shoot. That reveals this switch I must shoot. That reveals this switch I must shoot. It's basically to make sure I have to stay in this area for longer. And now comes the teleporting out vial, which I figured he'd get me one time. I need to know when he gets... What's the order of the teleporters? Teleporting cyber is one thing. Teleporting out vial is another. Out vial dance, where the only cover I have is identifying where the out vial went to, standing nearby, and hope it doesn't teleport again too soon, which it likes to do. And that is one very stressful fight. I mean, if you're playing this without saves, especially. And now I can go through this lava, which hopefully doesn't give me 20% damage. It doesn't. And I could have probably found a way to telefrag the out vial, but I got to teleport back here to tag this switch. And the final fight is a spider mastermind that I have enough ammo for, but man, my health. Oh man, my health. But what's a castle complete without its mastermind? Well, he teleported to the center, which means I should be able to... Nope, I can't tell her. I have to go back in the center again. He teleported to the center. And no, I don't have to go back in the center again. The order of the teleports is such that if I can get him to teleport back into the center, I can be at the exit. But since I've got a little cover, I'll kill him just for the good of it. And I could just go through the exit. And by the way, you get absolutely nothing even if you're playing continuous by saving ammo at the end of this level. And I'll have to show you why, even though it's not in this level. So that's the end of the level. Almost an hour of in-game time. That level is massive, but it is such a well-designed level in my opinion, especially for 1997 standards. It has to be one of the most impressive Doom levels that had been available at that time, and really I would call it Cranium's magnum opus, probably better than any of his master levels, better than any of his other solo releases or Eternal Doom levels. And really a fitting way to end this Doom mapping career, and what a map to play in the most appropriately similarly named Doom WAD to mark the release date of Doom Eternal. Oh, and I mentioned why you don't want to bother saving ammo at the end of this level, because the next level, well, you're eluded with the fact that you get ammo at the start of the level. Let's imagine we were a continuous player. This level is called Darkdome for a reason. The portal to Eternal Doom 2 cannot be used by the living. Yes, that was the last level of episode 1 of Eternal Doom. And basically this level, all it does is offer you 3 different ways to have to escape your death, only to ultimately die. And then the level. And then level 14, which is really the next proper level after map 12, after Darkdome, is appropriately called Pistol Only. And it's not the severe map, by the way. But that was enough subject for this video. I just wanted to prove that saving ammo at the end of map 12 does exactly nothing, even if you're on a continuous run. So if you wanted to go back with your spare ammo at the end and kill those barons I hadn't killed, and probably another cyber demon that was lurking around, or might have been the same cyber demon that was teleporting later, I don't know, you might get a reward for killing him earlier, I'd have to look. But in any case, you can feel free to, even if you were playing continuous, because it makes no difference whatsoever. And that was a long video. It's time to end this video, and I hope all of you who get to play Doom Eternal today have a wonderful experience in doing so.